yellow shapers. At the moment there's nothing in there, it's just dead wood. That's a runoff pond which got filled last year and overspilled onto the road. So I'm clearing out all the dead wood from inside the pond just to give it a little bit more capacity, and also using the dead wood just to put a little bit of a privacy hedge here and also allow things to grow back. I could layer some of these trees and branches, but it's not really the time of year to do that. Maybe another month or so, and I could cut them 2/3 through, lean them down, and they will grow nice shoots up all along within a few years. But for now, this is 2 jobs with 1 stone. It's emptying that and putting it there. So might not be the most interesting of videos, but this is the kind of thing that I actually really like to do. So I'll speed it up, no doubt. So it ended kind of there for now. I think a cup of tea is in order, but it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I would like to have put hazel hurdles up, or something a little bit nicer. Maybe even layered them, like I said. But I've tried to weave them in and out as much as possible, putting the stronger bits vertically, just to try and hold it all together. But it is very, very dead wood. So there's only so much you can do with it apart from pile it up. Job's a good one. See, here is a perfect example of what I think needs coppicing. These trunks are very thick, very well established, plenty of new growth down the bottom here. But they're just so large, they are outgrowing a lot of the ones around it. And I think it wouldn't hurt just to take that down, because it really has spread out as well. It's actually pushing trees at awkward angles. So I'm going to have a see what she thinks. But until then, I'm just going to take out the dead. Quite obviously dead. Can come along later and just tidy up the ends very easily when it's dry wood. Make sure there's some nice slopes so that water doesn't gather. Although, because it's already dead, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Anything that's got a little bit of strength in it, I like to leave it. That obviously hasn't. So that's all I'd do to that really. Like I say, trim those ends off, and that's freed up quite a bit of space in there, and the heart was getting lots of rubbish in there, which is just going to make it more and more damp. So you clear the crown in the centre, and there's some more firewood. Because it's dead standing, it's normally not too bad. It's not quite as combustible as some of the very dry hazel, where it burns as soon as you put it on the fire. So yeah, we'll just continue down the woods a little bit. This is a gorgeous goat willow, very well established, very gnarly. It's got the stars and the stripes on the bark. You can see them especially clearly on this one. There's a telltale sign that it is the goat willow or pussy willow. It's looking very healthy, this one. But the trouble is with willow, goat willow especially, is that they, if you don't kind of pollard them, they will kind of pollard themselves. Because not entirely sure, I think they can easily be uprooted once they get a little bit of weight on one side, and that's your lot. And quite a lot of the time these trees will die quite young because of that self-pollarding, basically. These ones have just been blown over by the looks. But yeah, there is a good argument for pollarding this willow. This is still very much alive and will live for a good few years yet, but it will die. Whereas if you'd sawn off quite low down to the ground, about a metre or so above the ground, it would sprout off with all its new growth, and you can keep it going a lot longer. That said, I think this could make a blooming good treehouse. In a piece. Will you shut up?